Throw Gang, we are joined by Stairmaster 2K20 Lawrence Schlossman, Mixtape Maestro Chuck Franco, West Coast Kitty Cat Killer Sean Marvana, and myself, the Lockdown Lord, James Harris. Welcome to the weekly Running of the Boys with today's full episode only available on patreon.com/throwingfits. Lawrence, how you doing, buddy? You got the bagel hat on.
I'm doing great. Thank you
you got your hat at the bagel store.
Thank you for plugging the full Patreon URL. As we have been told, that's mandatory now, according to Stefan at Patreon, our very talented account rep. We're doing a pod over Zoom because James might have COVID. We should probably just get that right out there. Yeah. Well, no, not have COVID. You might have been exposed to COVID.
Well, I was exposed.
You were exposed to COVID, but you've also probably already had COVID and you have antibodies. Confirmed.
Well, we're going to get into the whole me quarantining and everything. That's a whole fucking segment of the Run of Show. You know this because we pre-pro'd like the goddamn pros we are.
No, I just wanted to get, because we literally said, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks ago or whatever, we were like, because I write the descriptions of the episodes, which no one here fucking reads. I know that because I've found many typos that nobody here thought to
read
maybe
them. I just keep my thoughts
alert
to myself.
me to.
I want you to think that
you don't want to seem like a stan. You don't want to be sucking.
No, I want you to think that that's like your little thing, and you keep doing that.
All right.
But look, it's a fucking global pandemic. It's the holidays, and yes, I've been exposed to COVID-19, which we'll get into. So pardon me if we have to Zoom once in a while.
Sorry if I take the product description so seriously that when I put pen to pad on that, I made a promise. And there was a promise in there that was going to be at whatever one this was, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, whatever, was going to be, as it was posed, the last Zoom pod before the end of the year. But whatever. Who cares? I'm a fucking liar. Who gives a shit, right? My integrity doesn't matter. Fuck me, right?
Unprecedented times. All right, my little copywriter, you want to hit us off with a fit check?
Yeah. We got the core four here. Chef coming live from the Yay area. How are you? Nice to see you.
Chilling. I'm doing great. It's good to see you guys too. It's been a minute.
And then we got Chuck.
That's the other thing about Zooms is that it enables a full core four participation.
Absolutely.
Right?
I mean, some dude in the cord today was like, "Oh, so Chef quit?" And I was like, "Fuck you, Chef didn't quit." Or not, if he did, he didn't fucking tell me. You know what I'm saying?
Producer's Roosin.
Yeah.
Deucin. Damn it, I fucked it up again.
Yeah, you're not really nailing it at all. So you might want to drop that. Chuck, what's up, dude? How are you, dude?
Cold.
Yeah? It's a little
cold.
Chilly?
Yeah, I like to leave the window open though. I like it.
I know you got some Texas trash from me and JB keeping you warm though.
Oh, it's an arm's reach. It's very good. It tastes just like my aunt's.
Really?
To give some context,
can you explain what the fuck's going on?
Okay. My aunt makes this Texas trash mix, and I saw
What is Texas trash mix?
Homemade Chex Mix.
It's like homemade Chex Mix. And I saw Lawrence put some on his story, and I was like, oh shit, my aunt makes that. It's really good. I'm sad I'm not going home to have some. And him and Jenna blessed me with a big Ziploc bag full of
loud pack.
Yeah.
And that was the second. She has a recipe from her mom that we've been like iterating on, messing around, just cooking up in the lab, a little R&D, nothing crazy. But for Chuck's batch, we made it a little bit spicier. Mm-hmm. We kicked up some of the accoutrement. There's bugles. That's the biggest one for me. Love a fucking bugle, and then some fucking garlic bagel chips too. Just broken
Chuck,
up.
how many bugles have you put on your fingertips?
My ears are kind of ringing just because I've been crunching so hard. But
tinnitus from the trash mix.
Very good.
But that was just a little that was just an act of love and affection. That JB and I, because Chuck is not going home for the holidays. I'm assuming that you and Lily though are enjoying yourselves. You're hunkered down, right?
Oh yeah, just watching movies. I started Game of Thrones.
Have you seen it?
No, it's a show about swordsmen.
What's season?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar.
Season 1, episode 9.
Oh,
how many seasons? How many seasons are in season? How many episodes are in season 1?
10.
Whew. Yeah, boy, you are.
Oh right, sure.
Actually, you may have already seen the big.
You're tweeting about Steven Adams. Who is Steven Adams? Who do you mean?
Drago, Khaleesi's boo.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Okay. Very cool TV check.
Yeah. Super. Again, we are an extremely topical of the moment podcast now, so we're talking.
Yeah. Should I talk about my Sopranos rewatch? Like.
Definitely.
Same H2O lean, same thing. But no, we'll just follow along on Twitter, I believe, for both of you. Okay, so we're gonna do a fit check. I think that I would just like to get James out of the way, and then I can focus on my two fucking beautiful angels from heaven.
I don't know why this
James
episode's so
why don't you
combative. On the feet, I
What are
got
you
the
talking about?
Subies. It's slipper season, as we all know. And then I got the tie-dye drifties from our guy, the Meshman, Rodondodondron. I don't know his fucking IG.
Rhododendrons.
Simplify that shit. But then there's like something after that. On the ass,
Designs?
I got what?
I think it's just like designs or something. It's not that.
Rhododendron
Rodondodron designs.
Pretty cool.
Mark McNary
Hotel
sweatpants.
Rwanda design merch. What's up?
Mark McNary sweatpants with the horizontal jail stripes.
Oh, let's see those. Let's do it. Can you do a little twirl?
I'm not going to stand up. The Eckhouse Lauta X HBO. Yo, it's not TV merch.
It's not
it's
TV,
HBO
it's
merch.
HBO. Yeah, I got that too. Great piece.
Wait, is it
Yeah.
Euphoria merch?
No, it's We are who we thought we are.
Oh,
they were who we thought they were.
They were a lot
They
of
are
Eckhouse
who we
on-
thought they are.
There were a
Word.
lot of Eckhouse on Euphoria too. That's cool. Maybe they have like
Yeah.
a deal or something.
Shout out
Yeah,
Josh.
but we need that fucking we need that Pierre Point and Co
Facts.
merch.
Pure point. Yeah, that's from Josh, right? That's the plug.
Yeah.
Shout out Josh.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Kinfolk.
Kinfolk
You go
alum.
fucking vibes. Yeah.
And then Reese Cooper International. If a tree gets a fit off, does anyone see it in the woods? Flannel that'll be taken on and off as the heat goes.
Are you drinking anything?
Yes, I'm drinking a nice Montepulciani because Tony Soprano, when season 1, when he makes the fucking douchebag in the restaurant take his hat off because they're in a nice place,
Yeah.
he sends over a bottle of Montepulciani because that's what Tony does.
Wow. Look at
And
that.
as soon as I
Life-
went into lockdown, I was like, yo, 2 things: food order, wine order, and I was like, this name sounds familiar. I just watched this episode, so I'm gonna get a fucking liter of that.
Life imitating art.
Yes, sir.
You love to see that. Let's kick it to Chef. Why don't you walk us through your fit? Tell us what you're sipping on.
For sure.
Share with the audience.
On the bottoms, got the same vibe as Jimmy right now. I'm wearing the Subies and socks from the Meshman.
Oh wow.
Mostly
Twins.
2 for
very
2.
boring.
Yo, you
like-
know my twin's gonna drop a fucking class.
You know my twin's gonna get a classic
Dude,
fit
that was
off.
so funny.
That's
Um,
rough.
Yo, wait, is it coming tomorrow?
20. No, it's Christmas.
Oh, it's like
Christmas.
confirmed?
No, but I mean, he's literally in Wyoming getting it fucking executive produced by Ye and getting his
Oh,
Cuddy
man.
features right now. It's,
That makes me
we don't need to
less
get into
excited.
this again. I actually think it's going to be bad.
Yeah, I don't really.
Your
have
shit
high
changes
hopes.
every week, Lawrence. You're like, yo, it's gonna
No,
be fire.
I
It's gonna
love
be
him.
like- and then you're like, yeah, it's dropping the 18th.
No,
dropping the night.
Listen, of course, I want Jordan to
Should
succeed.
we-
I just think that
You're like, should we do the
Ye-
boys? Should we do the boys only at 1 a.m. so we can talk about Barty?
No, I just think that not that Ye isn't still like a great fucking producer and an executive producer at that, because I don't know how much I really want him being like hands on with stuff. I'd rather get beats from fucking Pierre or whatever fucking, SNES or whatever fucking 8-bit fucking beats he's previewed already. I don't want Ye fucking that up, but yeah, I don't feel great about Ye being involved. Doesn't
we're about
seem
to-
like
we're
a
about to get
right
a
fit.
Mike Dean guitar solos.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I'm not
I'd
mad
rather,
about that.
yeah,
On Cardi?
that's, I mean,
Could be
that
something.
that's better than whatever Ye is going to do when he's left to his own devices. Okay, Chef,
Uh,
sorry, where were we? Pants?
Pants. Yeah, I'm just I got the Stussy double knee work pants and the Uniqlo U long sleeves. I have to wake up at like super early these days. I wake up at like 5 o'clock and I
Jesus.
shower and I
Brutal.
get dressed in the dark.
You knew that was going to happen.
In the
I mean,
dark.
You in the dark. You work in New York and you decided to fucking, haul ass to the left coast. So you had to know it was coming.
Yeah, it hasn't been that bad, but like weirdly, like as soon as I got here, I've been here for like 2 weeks now. I've been like way busier than I was back at home.
Does your New York office not respect the fact that you're West Coast? Because like whenever at like Def Jam Snapchat, it was always like, oh fuck, I haven't heard from Joe Schmo because that's right, LA time. They're not even fucking up yet. It's 7
I
a.m.
haven't heard from Mike Amiri.
I mean, for the most part, they do like just like for like internal shit, but like I have like calls with clients and stuff like that are all like scheduled with the whole team that's like in New York. So
You get up at 5 a.m. to like start getting ready.
yeah, so like I'll like take a shower, make some coffee, like But
Are you done? Are you
anyways,
done
no,
at like? Are you done at 3 p.m.?
I've been finishing around like 4 or 5 o'clock usually.
Okay, so there you go.
Yeah.
I'd rather not wake up at 5
and it's
to
still
finish.
like you can see like it's still like hella sunny out
Wow,
here.
Wow,
beautiful.
look at
That's
that
beautiful.
fucking view. Goddamn.
Keep
Yo,
your
honestly, if you're a $5 patron, you got to up it just for that fucking view.
What's
Is
the
this-
cu-
wait,
what's the Kush
And for
diet?
and for the single vinyl record tacked up on the wall behind you.
Yeah.
Oh
Or is that a
yeah, I mean,
clock?
dude, I've never actually lived in this bedroom either because my parents moved after.
Oh, I was gonna say
after I
this is
moved
not your
here.
childhood bedroom with
No,
the
it's
one
not.
vinyl on the wall. Like, I think if you are in Guantanamo Bay, I think they give you more decorations than that.
Yeah.
What's the one vinyl you tacked up as a young teen chef? Is it Man on the Moon?
Yeah, probably. No, I think that was actually a gift from my sister. It's an old Beatles record. And then I had an old fucking Miles Davis kind of blue, like from.
You're in one of the Zood border Norwegian prisons, basically, right now.
Basically, yeah, it's super empty, and I'm sipping on a bunch of Modelo's. And,
Damn.
Holy god! Hell yeah, my
Are
man's
those-
making a dent.
Are
dude.
those unopened or are those like on deck? Are those on deck or are those killed already?
I've killed 3. I'm on my 4th.
Jesus Christ, my man is a goddamn serial
I had
murderer.
my work department end of the year party right before.
How horrible was that?
It was fun. I love
Really?
I love
Over
it.
Zoom?
Yeah, over
I
Zoom.
feel like
yeah,
Zoom holiday parties, like I'd rather fucking kill myself or quit my job than like attend one of those.
I mean, it wasn't there was no forced like holiday bullshit. It was, I work. I'm fortunate enough to work with a lot of like really cool people. So it's just like it feels like this, like we just.
Yeah, I was gonna say, honestly, what is this if not a fucking
A
work
holiday
party Zoom? Which we are blessed that this is for the most part like what we get paid to do. Imagine if your job was to only attend Zoom holiday parties. It's not so bad. When you
your
think
back
about it
would
that
your
way,
back
so.
would hurt like mine
Be
does.
sick. Also, I need to. I'm a pinky ring motherfucker now.
Whoa! What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Pretty
Let's see.
stoked
Can you
about
hold it
that.
up to the camera?
Yeah.
Is it like a wedding ring? What it like looks like
No,
a
it's
just a normal
like
band.
it's just a silver
Boomst.
band.
Where did you cop?
Yeah. What's the story?
my mom got it for me.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Pretty stoked about it.
Was it meant to be a pinky ring? And
Yes.
did she know you wanted one? Did you want one?
We've talked about it. I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, last time I was at home, which was a year ago, she saw that I was, I was wearing those rings. I had like my dad's stuff.
Right.
And then yeah, she got me a few more. This one
Is it silver, gold? I can't really tell because we're zooming
It's
here.
silver.
Hmm. Have you gotten used to it, or are you still like kind of fiddling with it and like you accidentally like catch some foreskin while you're jerking off because you haven't like finessed the stroke yet?
I use the other hand.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on his left. Yeah, salute, dude. Yes, that's a great gift from your mom because she paid attention to what you were talking about, and then she didn't like cheap out. It's fucking silver. You got to. I mean, it's not fucking platinum, but
Your mom is a better parent than your two
Mrs. Nirvana.
Your mom is a better parent than your two podfathers who accidentally forgot Chuck's birthday on Sunday. Sorry, Chuck.
Oh, what? No, it's okay.
Monday.
I was trying to.
Wait, when
was
was your
Sunday.
birthday?
It was Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah, shit, Sunday.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to make attention to that though because I don't want to get older. I figured if I just
one day
ignore
closer
it,
to your death.
Well,
yeah.
I will also say, like, for the most part, when it comes to like the podcast crew's birthdays, I feel like I always hear about it from Chuck, right? Like, I feel like Chuck is maybe the one being like, or like getting the asset done, and then it's like a little meme or something, whatever. And it just proves, that how valuable you are because who watches The Watchmen on his own birthday? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's we failed you a little bit. I mean, I apologize.
We'll make it
before
up to you.
James
We'll make it
because
up to
I'm a
you.
better
We'll make it
person,
up to you IRL.
whenever that is.
Whenever La Noche opens up again.
Ooh.
Yeah, no, yeah, for real. Chuck. Well, first of all, thank you, Chef. Appreciate the fit and drink check. Let's throw it to Chuck. What's
Belated
up?
birthday fit check.
Yeah.
I'm barefooted, and then I'm wearing Eric Emanuel Miles shorts. They're super. The label's already almost gone, but and then I'm wearing Uniqlo underwear and this Lost Days hoodie. Shout out Michael Abe. again.
Oh, that's the Lost
this.
Days. We heard about this. Yeah,
Yeah.
spicy.
Yeah, you can
like
see
that.
a little right here.
It's tight.
And then that's it.
What's
No
under
shirt.
the hoodie?
There's no t-shirt. You're just
Oh,
your nips
I
on
think
days.
it's Edgar Gonzalez tea.
Edgar T. Always an Edgar T. Are you drinking anything?
Water.
Water. Nice.
Yeah,
Water.
I'm running low on beers because you can't. It's snowing, and I didn't get enough beers probably before I left.
We'll talk about snow day prep ahead of time because I think that's not only when I was going to Cord did I put in the wine order for that, but it was also like, snow day coming.
Mhm.
Also, before I forget, Chuck asked Chef if his weed diet had changed since he went out to the left coast, and I wonder if you want to answer that on the record.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's pretty much just like every night. I've just been hitting. I bought like a bunch of like different wax pens because I'm trying to figure out what I want to bring back with me.
Oh, smart! You're doing a little
Yeah.
consumer reports.
Yes.
A weed flight.
Yeah, but I didn't.
A tasting menu.
I didn't get to go grab the Jay-Z shit today because
right
now. But I'm definitely gonna go tomorrow.
Are you gonna cop the Hove mids?
Yeah.
I'll live tweet the.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yo, shout out Felipe.
I read that after you texted. That was a solid piece.
I think Upscale got it. I don't know if Upscale's involved because I think it's his boy Emery, who he called when we were on pod with him. I don't know if
Emery FaceTimed Upscale.
Did that make it in?
Yes.
Okay.
We were like, that's cool. Leave it in.
Yeah, it's Emery Jones, dude. JC's rapped about him like twice. I'm actually curious. So whenever you procure that, Chef, I'd love to hear. I'm a Jay-Z guy. I'm not going to pretend I'm not.
I love some solid packaging and the map.
Yeah, the branding's
it's
a little too brandy.
Monogram,
like gentrified weed almost, but it's like
sure. It is. It's the Barclays Center of weed. Like you know what you're getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna be.
Curious.
I'll be.
Oh, yo, keep us posted on the Hove trees.
Will do.
And
Larry.
then yes, also Subu's on the feet. I have on NA socks. Shout out our boy Nick. On the hindquarters, I got thanks to the private sale that we did, our inaugural private sale with Mon Italy, I got myself a pair of the fatigues, which are really fucking nice. They have like the pockets are like there's like like a fatigue will normally have like a squared off pocket. These come to a point. It's like in this kind of sateen fabric. Yo, Mon Italy is great. Shiny. And you should, that code still works. Listen, I don't get anything out of this if you guys use it or not, right? Like we offer it up to the patrons because we fucking care. We give a shit. But it's good till the 25th. Buy yourself a fucking Christmas present.
The sale was such a monstrous hit that it actually worked against me in this case because Yushi-san was like, yo, my Tomodachis, my homies, I want to give you let me know what you want. We didn't ask for anything. He offered.
No, never.
And you were like, hey, I want these pants. And I was like, yo, I want this jacket. And he's like, oh, this jacket sold out. And I was like, oh, how about this thing? He's like, oh, it's sold out because of the sales. Like, how about these pants? He's like, it's sold out because of the sale. Everything's fucking selling out. So yo, shout out Throw Gang because you are now proper fit with the West Coast EG.
Yeah, apparently we sold more belts than had ever been sold before. So shout out to the fucking patrons. We're gonna do more of that. I forget who we have lined up next, but there's definitely some bangers. Yeah,
big things coming.
No, we're not doing that. But anyway, I love my fatigue pants. I will say, I don't know if you guys agree with me. I know like double knees, Chef's wearing them now. Double knees has become like almost like a meme to some. And I'm wearing double, but I'm wearing double knees all the time. Well, yo, can I not talk about clothing on the fashion podcast? My trend forecasting expertise is that I really think fatigues is the next style silhouette that's up. I think that's going to happen. And if you looked at the Thursday dumper that came out today when we're recording it, I made a couple fatigue recs in there. So just keep your eyes peeled. You can take it from me, a extremely well-dressed, handsome wayfish.
More military stolen valor from Lawrence.
Yeah. I mean, some gave some gave all. You know what I'm saying?
All gave some gave all.
Yep, that's it. And thank you for your service.
Some gave some. No, episode title.
Jot it down. Some gave some. You know how it is. All right, working my web up. I have a T, the Shy Found Goods, aka Failing Upwards Agency. I guess the Chef, if you want, you can bleep that. The previous podcast endeavor that shall not be named agency. The Birkenstock flip. You know that he did it's like a bootleg Birkenstock tee. Maybe my favorite one he's done. Thank you, sir. Another free plug. We don't get any taste of that stuff, even though it's mostly our intellectual property in terms of slogans and phrases and things of that nature.
Totally fine. Run with it. We love to inspire the youth.
Love that. Shout out the homie Shy Found. And then up top, I have the Public Library hoodie from Foreign Currency, designed by our boy Fraser Crow. Right, a lad. And I like this because I'm not reading.
Chuck, did you see? I put the Charlie XCX T-shirt on my dumper. Did you see that? Like, I didn't know he was like, "Yo, what do you want?" I was like, "Oh, this is fire." And then someone when I put it on IG, someone's like, "Yo, that's Charlie's eyes in her lyric." I had no idea, but like, is that something that drew your eye?
She had asked people when her album came out, one of the best of the year, if you ask me, like design merch for me or whatever, and it originally said Charlie XCX and had the lyrics, and I was like, damn, literally hope she sees this, King, but I guess she didn't. And he was like, this is too good.
Entered it, and Frazier entered it into the competition, and he got dubbed. What's the song? We're gonna put it as the outro music.
I think it's Claws or no, it's Forever. It's Forever. It's called Forever. All right, cool. Yeah, it's a great tee.
Yeah, so shout out Frazier. I got on, obviously, my wife is a big, famous, voracious reader. I famously cannot read. So this is like a nice way to kind of like use my world, John's, to relate to her world of knowledge and self-growth and the pursuit of education. And then finally, up top, I have on a beanie from the bagel store. Shout out my homies at Greenberg's Bagels right around the corner, my favorite bagel spot. Just a
what
little.
What are you sipping on?
Trolled up from the toes up. Oh, dude. So, guys. I know Chef will appreciate this as a summer house aficionado / fan. Dude. So I guess for whatever reason we had Kahlua. Oh, because you know what a Colorado Bulldog is? If I you know what that drink is?
A Dicktail? What is that?
No, that's so Colorado Bulldog is a White Russian with a splash of Coke, right? That's what that is.
Coca-Cola?
Like Coca-Cola?
Yeah, or Coke Zero. And like you don't need to use like half and half. Like so Jenna was making those as like a holiday dessert drink.
No thank you.
And you need Kahlua for that. And then I remember I was like, oh, if we have Kahlua, we have vodka, and I have an espresso machine. Boom, 3 ingredients for an espresso martini. So I have been drinking street legal Red Bull and vodkas like all week, dude. Like starting at 4 p.m. I'm like, oh, I could use a coffee. Let me do a one that gets me shit faced.
I was gonna say, do you normally drink coffee at 8 p.m.?
Well, listen,
but it's like, it's so good. It just
like the coffee brings you up, the vodka brings you down.
Dude, it's drugs.
Do you think so? Like, I think that Bravo. It seems like there's always a single drink that extends across the Bravo universe, right? I think last summer there were Summer Too Late, but it was Aperol Spritzes. Whether it's Summer House,
whether it's Summer House, whether it's
whether it's Summer House, whether it's Below Deck, whether it's Vanderpump, they're all ordering Aperol Spritzes, and they're very intentionally being like, "Can I get an Aperol Spritz?" And now it's espresso martinis, and I'm just wondering, what's the fucking like? Is Bethany Frankel? Does she have like a skinny girl espresso martini line? Is there some through line with all these shows, or are they influencing each other, or are they truly the like basic bitch drink of the year?
Well, first of all, Aperol Spritz transcended all of these shows as a kind of like meme basic bitch drink. The
but it was
martini,
late, but it was a year late. It was a year late as the basic bitch drink of the year, and so like. I don't know what it is.
The show was filmed 8 months before it hits TV, so of course it's always going to feel a little bit late. But it's just an interesting phenomenon
where now it's Below Deck, the fucking charter guests that all vote for Trump. They're ordering espresso martinis, fucking Summer House espresso martinis. Like, what is it that like? It's an interesting phenomenon. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, well, for Summer House, Chef,
it's a staple like day-parted beverage. Like Aperol Spritz is the 5 p.m. drink everywhere. Same
but
with
espresso martinis were a trashy '80s thing, and now all of a sudden they're like,
well, an espresso martini is perfect if you're just sitting down for dinner and drinks and you need to kick it up after working your ass off, your little tush off in the city all day, and you're meeting your friends for dinner. You get this because
you're out of blow.
legal cocaine. You're waiting for your blow to get delivered. That's an after dinner thing. That's when things start to pick up around 8.
That's a digestif.
Yeah, exactly. So you're going to use the espresso martinis to kind of like, basically fuel you through to doing real drugs. And I just forgot how much I enjoy them.
We need to fuel the fucking podcast and make the unofficial Bev of the only podcast that matters is Travis Scott Hard Seltzer Cacti or Cacti. Is it Cacti or is it Cacti? No one knows.
Well, that's the thing that the lyric. Well, first of all, also I'm wearing Supreme panties. I don't even know if we got panties from everyone. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Supreme Hanes.
Unique Hanes.
So right. The plural of cactus is cacti. Right, that's a real word that is pronounced that way. On franchise, because he's rhyming it with T, he says cacti, but I think the drink is called Cacti. Which can you imagine being like, yeah, dude, let me get a Cacti?
Yeah, you sound like a Boston bro. Just be like, yeah,
It's
I got
just
my
fucking-
cacti'd.
It's just like this is what we always say about fucking LaFlame is that like he's a baby. Like this is a drink for babies who can't pronounce proper English.
Well, 3 flavors: pineapple, lime, and strawberry. And I would not give this to a baby because it is 7% alcohol.
I gotta respect that.
The fucking a White Claw is 5%. Your like typical like Budweiser, Bud Heavy is like 5%. You know, your fucking sick IPA, like that's like 6 or 7, and those are getting you fucking roasted and toasted.
Yeah.
This Travis Scott Cacti is gonna like make kids fucking die, and I cannot wait for that.
It's
Is it a
100% agave hard seltzer.
It's a seltzer and not like a hard tea like Loverboy.
150
That's what we
calories
thought.
per can.
Lawrence like, yo, it's called Cacti, and I was like, oh, is it a hard tea? And he's like, no, it's a seltzer. I was like, so why is it not? So what the fuck?
Well,
That doesn't make sense.
well, it makes sense because it's 100% agave. It's the slogan is
but Cacti not being tea. That's what Chef is saying does not make sense.
Yeah.
but it's spelled like this is the confusion. It's spelled like cacti. It's pronounced like cacti. This is my beef with the whole thing because it's just fucking confused. I mean, what people are gonna say, let me get a fucking Travis Scott Bev, right? Like it's just, you know, I don't think. I mean, that also sounds terrible.
Cactus
Like,
Jack.
let me get a Cactus Jack and Coke, dog. Yo, you got to respect that. At least the 7%. It's lit.
Yo, shout out our boy. So Charlie, our boy,
Yes.
Charlie, I was like, yo, let's get some fucking let's get some cacti. And he's like, March. But he's like, pick up the Byredo pack. And I was like, bro, I can't. I'm fucking on lockdown.
Did you follow up with him saying that he was going to get us free Byredo that we could?
He's like, you live in Greenpoint, right? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, bet, come pick up this pack. I got to bounce for a month tomorrow. I was like, yo, I can't. I'm on fucking lockdown right now.
Oh, then I'll go. Oh, wait, you're telling me we can get free Byredo to like literally taste test on the pod?
Yeah, but
we
from
should
between like, are you going to go after this podcast? No, you're not. He's bouncing tomorrow. Or hit him up. I don't know.
God damn it. Anyway, shout out Charlie. I love that what is his job? He's like the head of. Are we behind the paywall? Should we?
He's the Rylan of Travis Scott.
He's Travis's merchman, formerly of Bravado, the fucking I feel like Pablo merch plug. But Charlie has heard our various Travis Scott product related slander amidst general Travis Scott slander, and he wants to prove us wrong. And I say, listen, as long as the shit is free and we can make content out of it, I'll drink the Byredo, dude. If I
was like, yo, I was like, yo, should we send Travis some loafers? And he's like, yeah, but he doesn't really know the pod jokes, so maybe you should go with a sincere letter. I was like, all right, sure, bro.
As the final bow on the Cacti thing, the slogan is down to earth ingredients, out of this world flavor. So
God.
You know this shit is. I've said it before on twitter.com, but let me remind you, this is the cottage industry of fake IDs that is going to arise because this beverage is hitting the market. Like, that's where we need to, this is why we need the investor. You know, that kid that was capping to you, the healthcare motherfucker. We tell him we need $1 million so we can get a fake ID operation. I know, James, you have a background in this. We need to get this going, dude.
Yeah, that was pre 9/11. Oh no, it's post 9/11.
What's the statute of limitations on that? It's not a felony, is it? You just
I think it's a big felony. I think it's a really big felony.
Well, either way.
All right, Lawrence. Well, you missed the alley-oop to transition to the loafers when I talked about sending Travis some loafers. But yo, by the time you hear this, well, the loafer launch closes Friday, 11 a.m. a full 72 hours. Yo, shout out to everyone that copped a pair of Throwing Fits X Blackstock and Weber. Fucking the only loafers that matter. This shit was a unrivaled success.
We can say that we beat the boots. We
beat the boots. The press was sucking our dick left and right. I think we converted some folks into a post-sneaker world, or at least to entertain the thought of one. Seriously, though, thank you to everyone who copped. For real, when these arrive in first week, second week of March, I guarantee you're going to, I don't know, just love the quality. Like, you're going to love the way you look. I guarantee it.
You've been wearing yours. You were saying you've been putting some real miles in your. It's actually like you normally would wear, because I wear my Belgians all the time. Like, admittedly, I'm a Belgian boy, but like, what loafer would you wear the most prior to this?
I mean, that's the thing. Adieu or Saturday, the STB Copenhagen, or and I've been my friends have called me out. They're like, yo, you never wear loafers. You always wear sneakers. And I'm like, yeah, no, I believe in a post-sneaker world, but it's not about like not wearing sneakers. And
you don't
also,
practice what you preach.
My thing is, I'm like, yo, if I'm walking like 20 minutes in one direction, I want to be wearing sneakers. But with these loafers are no bullshit here, like actually quite comfortable. And I think it is because, I did size correctly and you got to wear the right socks and shit as you're breaking them in. But we're on our fucking feet with King Solomon the whole goddamn day. And I felt fine.
Yeah,
No
I think
blisters.
that,
I'm not going to be like fucking Chuckles here, at the Lillian night, fucking taking
Oh
a
my
cheese grater to
God.
his Achilles heel.
Oh my god.
those were Weegians, to be fair.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a Bass-Weegian times EG.
Chuck just got a PTSD eye glaze.
Yeah, that was.
think
you
I'm-
could
I
see
think
his
I'm ready
visceral
to-
reaction.
I can see them right now. I think I'm ready to get hurt again. And give
Have
them
you
another
not warned
shot.
them since that fateful night?
No.
Damn. Yeah.
It's clear to me that I need to put some miles in them before in the house.
Yeah, you need to just
before
wear
I-
and wear some socks for sure,
before
just
I-
to break them in. Yeah, if for anyone listening and who bought, again, thank you so much. I echo what James says 100%. Like, we have nothing to sell you now. If you thought we were lying before, we're definitely not lying now. Yeah, I think that this is kind of like, I think this is just furthering what James and I are trying to do, which is like, yo, we want to make fucking shit that we can't make ourselves. So who is our favorite who is the best number one person to make it with? Will they not laugh us out of the fucking room? And can we do it for an affordable price for the throw gang? I think so far we're 2 for 2. I know I've been wearing my fucking pod boots in the snowstorm to walk Pepper. I've been fucking
I was shocked that
stomping around. Shit fucking rocks.
I thought I had always assumed that they were like a fall and a spring boot, but I wore them out because R. Kelly wore his out early, I guess, commuting home from the season's office, and I was like, "Yo, respect." And he's like, "Yo, these are tanks. They hold up to the snow very nicely." So when I went out for a little walk where I didn't pass a single human being on the sidewalk or park, caveat, I was wearing mine, and I was like, "Yo, my feet are toasty. I haven't felt a single drop of moisture because it is a fucking single piece of rubber sole."
Yeah.
Right. And I was wearing the big Hayatos, covering up the suede real nice. So they didn't get too messed up. And yeah, so.
But also, to be fair, fuck up the suede. They're gonna look better as well. So don't be a big ass pussy boy like James. Chef, you haven't seen them in action. Did you take them with you? Didn't take them with you to San Fran?
Nah, I did not. I did not bring them with me here.
That
It's
makes
like
sense.
70 degrees here, dude.
Yeah, they kind of need their own carry on. Chuck, did you wear yours? Have you been outside in the snow and did you wear your pod boots? And what's the review?
I'm afraid to wear them.
Wear your boots, bro.
They're so
Wear your boots.
special to me.
Wear your boots.
Wear your shit. Wear your shit. Yeah,
I'm
if you're not gonna
afraid.
fucking hang them from the rafters, fucking wear your shit. But again, thank you to everyone. We're super psyched. Hopefully they will be arriving ASAP, early March. We beat the boots. I think that's kind of like, we're moving in the right direction. And the next, I don't know, James, if you want to, we kind of like basically say what it is when we do our Danny Lomas pod that comes out on Tuesday. But I don't know. I mean, at this point, we're far enough behind the paywall. Do you want to just give a taste, or what do you want to do? Next joint.
We
That's
are
being sampled right now.
We want to bring into the world a mohair cardigan that is, again, slightly or just straight up more affordable than like the fucking Grail options, which in my opinion
Right.
is like needles, right? I
Needles,
think
for
for
sure.
you it's like Supreme.
Jane Lynch.
Supreme's affordable, so don't say Supreme.
Jane Lynch. I'm gonna create a cardigan that's so affordable.
yeah, right.
That's
Not
so
JPEG,
goddamn
Mohair
affordable.
No, we want to do, because it's not just like well, it's being sampled right now, so I don't want to get ahead of I don't want to too much big things
it
coming.
might suck.
But it's fucking but it's some crazy ass colors. It's not just green, tan, and then maybe or maybe not brown.
I think after our first meeting with Chris from Black Shop, I turned to you and I was like, "Yo, Lawrence, this is our last green. This is our last green product, bro." Like,
But there might be some green, but the pattern on the mohair is crazy. We're doing it with checks. Checks.
How hairy.
As hairy as possible.
as
hairy
as
they can get it.
70s Bush, baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's go.
We are fucking adding ribbing and pockets and fucking beautiful pearl buttons. I know it's getting sampled. If it sucks, it won't suck, but it might not be ready to ship, as they say in the biz. But fingers crossed. I can promise you right now that it will not be. It will come out in 2021, but it will not be the 2021 Pantone colors of the year, which are silver and yellow.
Yeah, trash.
Apparently.
It's the
Suck.
banana. It's the banana that someone duct taped up at Art Festival.
Get the fuck out of here.
Illuminating and like ultimate gray or some shit.
What was
Right.
this-
You know, because you need it for your fucking job, dude.
No, because I changed my Twitter thing like earlier this year, and a bunch of people were like, "Oh, is it because?"
Oh.
No, I'm like, "No, dude, I did."
Wait, what's this year's Pantone color? What's 2020 Pantone color?
It's yellow. It's illuminating yellow, and like
We
this
keep
gray.
saying
Hold on.
hunter
So it's
green.
no.
but it's not.
2020 is what?
It's yellow.
Illuminating, which is a yellow, and Ultimate Gray, which is like just like a.
Wait, I thought that was
No,
2021.
that's 2021. What is 2020?
What's right now?
This year's I think was like was a blue, like a very like neutral blue.
But
yeah.
not
Are
hunter
you gonna
green.
change? Are you gonna change all your Don Draper decks to yellow and silver?
No, I don't know.
Don't make him give away the fucking sauce. But it's but the Pantone color of the year was not not hunter green, despite contrary to popular belief per every mood board.
Yeah, but that shit's deaded.
It is a great color. It is my favorite color. Okay, so
that
James,
shit is put to rest. Like
speaking of put to
apartment.
rest your entire social life, you have been exposed to COVID-19.
I've been exposed to COVID-19. I was exposed on Monday afternoon, and I was informed that I luckily did not see a single person the rest of Monday and Tuesday, and then I was informed on I guess Tuesday or Wednesday, and I was like, oh, sick! I'm already like 2 days into quarantine, 2 days into my 10-day per CDC guidelines quarantine, and like I had been planning on going into quarantine today, actually, after our boys only, in time to go see my parents for Christmas, and spend a few days with them, but. So I was already like kind of mentally prepared for this. And if anything, it was just like, oh, great, I have a little head start. But like, I didn't have the time to like do a big food shop, do a big wine cop, do a big fucking beer run, plan out like big recipes and I don't know, like puzzles, I guess, that I want to fucking do. Yeah, I
like
already have
Tenet, dude.
I already have the antibodies, right? Because I had this shit in March. I already had the antibodies.
Unconfirmed though, allegedly, because you never actually tested positive for COVID.
Right. But I tested positive for the antibodies.
Yeah.
But that's a thing, right? Is nothing's 100%. So I'm doing the right thing. I'm being a responsible citizen. I'm quarantining. I'm going on full lockdown. Supplies have been stocked up. The 10 days have been plotted out. The boys only IRL was canceled. Unlike some other podcasts I can name, we're not being irresponsible and flouting CDC guidelines. We are doing this over Zoom. What?
Yeah. Can you share the antibodies? Can I have a taste?
Yeah. You want to suck my dick?
Is that what it takes?
We got to swallow, yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
No pearl necklaces. No e-boy shit.
Find that video on Pornhub before they delete it. Wait, so when are you are you going to see your parents? And then from there, we got to wait another
my quarantine, like basically, oh shit, that's kind of right. Fuck the CDC. No, my quarantine ends like the day that I'm going to go visit them. So it's almost perfect.
Right. Okay. I just meant like after that.
I mean, that's up to you if you want to take the risk.
Well, I like to live my life on the edge, and the biggest thing for me is no matter what, dude. Talk about some giving some, dude. We gotta, potting in person is our fucking duty. It's our God-given right, and we owe it to the people.
It clearly results in a better product than
100,000%. Is there any? So, what's the difference between you quarring before when you got it versus quarring now, just not doing any preparation? Is that basically what you're saying?
Quarring before, so I was quarantining in like March when like New York, like late March, early April. And that was like the beginning of the dark period in New York, at least. And it was like impossible to get a Instacart slot. Like I literally stayed up until like 2 a.m. one night to when it refreshed to like
a bot to get the Instacart slot.
Yeah, it was like exactly. It was like copping a BOGO. You had no idea. You were like wiping down everything that came on your doorstep. You were like washing your hands and Pureelling to the point. I mean, you still are, but to the point where like skin was falling off and shit. That was like when no one knew anything. And now it's a lot more clear. Like, yo, it doesn't really live on surfaces. You don't have to wipe shit down. Just like wear a mask. Don't be inside with people. Don't be near people. Just stay inside. Like Dro said, stay still 2020. And there's just less like panic. Anxiety.
Not what Dro said, which was boil onions and inhale the vapors, by the way.
That was
bad. That was dubious advice.
The trial runs are still happening on that. I think Pfizer actually bottled up some onion steam in the vaccine, or maybe that's Moderna.
The most annoying thing, and listen, I know a lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people have died, but the most annoying thing was having to wash down your groceries. That sucked,
bro. That was horrible.
Yeah, so at
least
you
like
don't have to
eat an apple that tastes like a Clorox wipe.
At least you don't need to wipe down your Malfoldini, whatever you fucking ordered from fucking Tony Soprano's fucking butcher shop in Newark. But yeah,
Montepulciano. It's almost like especially now because vaccines are around the corner and things are hopefully gonna start with normal. It's almost like, yo, this is like the last this is the last fucking few months of like, well, hope it's still gonna be terrible. But it's like, the snow days, I fucking, took 2 days, perfect timing, right? Like you hunker down anyway when it snows like crazy out in New York. So I don't know, I'm enjoying it so far, but also let's be clear, this is like day 4 of like 10 days. Catch me, on day 8, day 9, like,
sure.
hanging myself off the balcony.
Yeah, when you're ready to fucking absolutely go ham and murder your parents. Happy Christmas to the Harrises.
Filthy animals.
Fucking I mean, listen, snowstorm, people are kind of hunkering down as it is. I get it. Like, I don't think that this is fine. I feel like almost this idea of like people eating out and like really milking it, like I feel like has finally, to me, it feels like a shift, because that first fucking snowstorm and blizzard in New York is like a special thing and represents not so much like a literal, but definitely like a metaphorical seasonal change, right? Where it's like I'm not going to necessarily be drinking and chilling outside.
You didn't see the people eating at the Smith?
I mean, that's. Can you know? First, I've eaten at the Smith more times than I'd like to admit, because didn't we took
Lily there?
Oh my God! The first time we met Lily, we actually were at the Smith.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Smith pictured in that viral photo was the one right outside of Barstool.
There's 3, right?
I don't think so, because the Barstool one was like on a corner, right?
That was the Uptown one. Yeah. That's the Uptown one that is probably the worst of all of them.
Probably the East Village one's the worst. Yo, if you're gonna fucking risk hypothermia, do not do it at the Smith.
No chance. But with that said, it was still a nice place to take Lily out for the first time that we met her. I think, was Jay with us too?
No, Sean was with us.
I was there, yeah.
Was there was there anyone else there? Did anyone else come?
No, it was the 3 restaurants around Barstool were Chipotle, Potbelly, and the Smith.
Like, we just went right after recording.
7-Eleven.
Did we pick up the check, James? Probably, right?
I assume
I didn't.
We're good guys, so I assume so.
Chuck,
that was your birthday present.
Thank you.
Chuck, don't thank him for that. That's just mean. Wait, so James, you did go out last night. And you didn't infect anyone, but you couldn't. But I think that proves the point. That that first snow is magical, baby. Even if you're a super spreader, like, first of all, what are you hanging out with Hasidic Jews? Like, what is your deal, dude? That's what
I'm chilling with the Safety bros.
James is currently hooking up with a Hasidic Jew, which is how he was exposed.
Yeah,
to COVID.
I'm helping her escape the cult. No, I made a movie, made a sex tape with the Safety Bros.
Unorthodox, starring James Harris. So wait, did you go sledding last night? Like,
it's just like, look, like you said, the first snow in New York is fucking magical. Eventually, the snow is going to turn like to fucking yellow, and black, and dirty gray and everything. But that first snow, especially because, again, the reason why any moment that keeps most of New York inside is when New York is at its best, or when most people are gone. And we outside. Like, that's just when it's at its fucking finest. You fucking strap up, you put on the pod boots, you put on the gigantic Acne tank jacket,
sure,
and you're good to go.
Or a biggie.
And everybody loves it. And like posting like snow pics is some basic ass shit. And normally I would just like not do that or silently just mutter like, that's fucking some cornball shit. But like, even me, a born hater, like, I have to participate because it's just so I can't explain it.
The most fucking city kid, too cool for school motherfucker on Sesame Street is you. Even me myself, I'm a little Grinch, dude. I do not personally get down for the holidays. I don't really care about. Yeah, I don't really care about the fucking pomp and circumstance of the holidays, which is kind of surprising because I normally do with a lot of other things. But I saw you last night getting after it. My whole timeline was fucking, speaking of the Grinch's pussy, that shit was fucking bussing. Everyone was outside, and I couldn't even help but when I was walking Pepper in my pod boots, seeing her fucking frolic with joy and wonder. You can't, I'm telling you, that shit melted my fucking little ass cold heart. Like, I get it. And I got to know, Chuck, what did you do? You're a big fucking softie. You're a big puppy dog. Did you fucking experience that wonder at all yourself?
And Chuck, before you start, that's my last thing. Is that's the other great part is that it was mostly dogs and dog owners that were out. Yeah, there were like more dogs and humans out on the street last night.
As it should be. As it should be. That's the future that liberals want, ladies and gentlemen.
Chuck, what do you get up to during the snowstorm last night?
I just like looked out my window. But to kind of tie it back to something to Fraser Kroll, who we were talking about earlier. So right when the snowstorm started yesterday, it was coming down really hard, and the person who lives across the street from me erroneously received my Fraser Kroll the Cons crew neck and brought it to me in the shitting snow.
Damn.
I was like, hey, USPS fucked up. So shout out to that guy. But no, I just like looked outside and I was teasing Lily because I was remembering like being on Reddit in like 2011 on the weed one, and people were putting snow in their bongs, and I was like, damn, that's so cool.
Wait, R-weed? Like r/weed?
It's called trees, r/trees.
With
That's
a Z.
worse. Maybe.
I remember being like, damn, snow bong, that's so sick. And I jokingly was like, can we do a snow bong? And she was like, you're disgusting.
Oh,
That's disgusting.
not if you left your bong to fill up with pure snow.
That's what
from the
I
sky.
told her.
Well, smog though, it's probably bad.
She was
fine.
like,
But
you
if
don't know if the snow that came down was once with piss or something, and then accused me of not knowing what the water cycle was.
Yeah, I don't know. So maybe she's.
So what? It cools down the smoke, so it's like easier to inhale, and you can like hold it in longer.
Yeah, and it's just one step closer to being one with the earth, and it's
the earth. Yeah,
and its materials.
Well, kind of smoking weed is already kind of being one with the earth. You're inhaling.
That would have completed the Earth, Wind, and Fire. That would have.
Chuck, did you properly
it's fair.
did you properly prep for the snowstorm? I know you're running low on beers, but like when you saw it was going to snow like a foot for 2 days, like what were your plans and preparations, if any?
I went out and got milk, and then I shipped everything out that I needed to ship for friends and family. And
What'd you get milk for?
Cereal. What?
Okay.
Cinnamon
You're
Toast Crunch?
you're not sucking down a cold glass of white with every meal.
What's that, Lawrence?
Wait, you just eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch for breakfast every day?
Or like dessert?
Yeah,
Dinner.
I guess
Right before bed.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
That's pretty much it.
Fair.
It was. We went out to we went to the deli today because we wanted to take a walk in the snow. So I got a little.
Okay.
When it snows, you got to do two things, right? You got to stock up on booze, you got to start drinking early, and you got to start consuming fucking content. Thank God that the movie of the year dropped the day before the snowstorm, right?
Yes,
and
that
like
was convenient.
It's a perfect excuse. I mean, snow days are a holiday in that all rules are off the table. It's automatically a Saturday or Friday night, right? You get fucked up, you just binge eat, binge drink, binge watch. Luckily, Tenet, the movie that has perplexed and confounded the entire world, both in its plot and it's in like release schedule, and also its post-release drama with Christopher Nolan coming out fucking guns blazing.
Yeah.
We all gave it a watch today. Chuck, I know that, or me and Lawrence gave it a watch today. Chuck, you watched it a few days ago. Lawrence, as a Nolan head, what do you think?
I thought it sucked big dick, dude. I can't lie and say that I really liked it. I will say, okay, for the most part, I thought this was his most confounding but yet profoundly stupid kind of idea that he's had yet. And I think which is saying a lot because I love Inception and I also think I rate Interstellar probably like higher than the average person.
But Inception was like followable. Like you could at least kind of like get a sense of what was happening.
Inception was like pre-algebra, and this shit was like fucking calculus 3-4 or whatever.
Dude, I felt like a math teacher was like shaking my head with the noises and just screaming rills in my face.
Well, I'll say this:
any of it.
The action was. I love the huge action set pieces, all of the heist, the crashing the plane.
Chef, did you watch?
Dude, I haven't yet. I'm gonna watch it with my dad this weekend.
All right, so let's not do any spoilers right now, but like just general impressions. Like this shit.
So the plot, right? So normally Nolan gets like made fun of because his exposition is so obvious and it's so blatant, and he spends a lot of precious real estate in the script, like fucking just explaining the rules to his universes. This time he didn't do that, and I was like. I found myself begging for more exposition, which is like, so I guess it's just that he just sucks at writing. I don't, at this point, like, I don't know. Cause with Inception, it's like, everything is all the rules. You're just sitting down. And it's like, do I need a notepad to keep track of all the rules? Dream within a dream. This shit though, he didn't say anything, at least for the first half. And I'm like, what am I even watching?
I
Can't win.
feel like I was able to keep up with it for the first maybe like third, or at least I felt like I was able to keep up with it, and then it just got like the rules did not stop, and to your point, like the guy would say something that you couldn't understand, or somebody would say something you can't
Subtitles.
understand, and that was like a
Subtitles,
key
maybe.
fucking tenet
Subtitles.
of the whole universe.
Well, that sounds like a personal problem. Subtitles. And what I would tell
Whatever,
you is
no,
the
but what
reason
I'm saying is that
first-
it's like you blink and you miss it. Like I'd be like on my phone for 2 seconds, and I'd look up and be like,
Yeah.
"What the fuck? Are they fighting Russians? Like, what is who is the enemy? Who's the bad guy here? I don't even know that."
Yeah, and I would say that there wasn't even like a lot of rules to follow in this one. I just think a lot of it is
Are you
like
kidding me?
they give you information, but to me it was like it wasn't so cut and dry as like the world building and Inception and kind of how Interstellar wraps up. The first third is great because at that point it's just like a lot of setup and obviously you got the first third.
At a certain point,
genius.
At a certain point, you're just like, "Yo, I'm gonna stop trying." I mean, the doctor woman says it. The scientist woman says in the beginning, she's like, "Don't try to understand it.
Yeah,
Just
don't
go with it."
bother,
And you're like,
right? That was like
okay.
such an obvious like note to the audience where it's like don't bother.
I mean, it looked cool. It looked
yes.
cool. The sound was good, except for the dialogue. The music was good. I don't know what the Travis Scott song was. Maybe he
That
should
shit
twist
sucked.
off the Cacti.
That
The whole movie is just like, what if shit was backwards?
But was
Yeah.
it? I couldn't tell what was backwards.
No,
It's
so
all-
it's not. Well, right. Is it
And
backwards
then like he
or
splits into like he's like people are able to split into like their forward and their backward selves, and then like the red team and the blue team. And I literally was like, are they fighting? Who are they fighting?
yeah?
Are they fighting Russians?
Yeah, those were. I think those were like the oligarchs. Which, by the way, all right. Let me give credit. The best villain in any Nolan movie, obviously, is the fucking Joker, right? The best. And then Bane is also really great. Shout out Tom Hardy. This guy, though, in all the other fucking Nolan movies, fucking Memento, Prestige, Interstellar, Inception, whatever. This dude was a fucking scary ass villain. I'll give him that. So that to me was an improve. I don't know. I thought he was fucking he was a dick.
I saw people
He was an
talking
asshole.
shit about Bane on Twitter.
What?
Bane was
What?
trending, and I was mad.
Wait, because
People
you
talking
What did
also
they say?
well
Bane's
because
the
you couldn't
hero.
understand what he was saying.
I think that the one that I saw that was like the most popular was like just that he didn't look like his look wasn't like didn't match like the superhero.
What? He's a mercenary. It was perfect. It's realistic. Fuck you.
I
If you don't
I
like
thought
Bane,
he was
fuck-
badass. I think he's
Why
sick.
would you shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane?
And that the
Will it
football
hurt?
field speech is
you.
Yeah.
just biblical.
Bane rocks. Fuck yeah. Fuck. First of all,
I mean,
if you're fucking trolling Bane, fuck off. This
The action
movie,
was
will you watch it again? Will you watch Tenet again?
Absolutely
One more
not. I mean,
time?
I now fucking
Okay.
own it for $20. I
Yeah,
wish
same,
I wish
dude.
I wish we'd wait until January
Can we-
5th so we could rent it.
We expense that.
Yeah, if you want to, sure, expense it. I don't know how the accounting works. By the way,
We
we're
are now the
meeting with our
proud
accountants here.
owners of Tenet. We should have been like Chuck and just fucking. Well, I don't know.
Yo,
who's
it was like the
SEC
action
is
was
listening.
cool. The action was cool until he started fighting the backwards people, right? And then the backwards
Mhm.
people are like fucking like they're all herky jerky. It's it was trash. The vehicles were cool. And
Yeah.
like I guess Nolan's just good at like filming like making things like look really
Big.
fucking
big shit.
right?
He
Like
spending a lot of money just doing it as big as fucking possible. Yeah, no spoilers for Chef. I kind of liked how it wrapped up. I appreciated that to some degree. It reminded me.
no, that
of,
last scene was
it's
a little
like-
too Vin
it's like
Diesel, Paul
some-
Walker at the end of Fast and Furious.
He's the Ivy League Michael Bay.
Yeah,
like-
it is true.
That's
Yo,
funny.
also, can I say something that might be this might be an unpopular opinion? John David Washington is not good.
Bro,
as what,
He's
an actor or
boring.
what?
Yeah, as an actor,
was
I
just
just think
about
he
to
is
ask that.
he's charmless, bro. He's
Was
not,
he- honestly, I kind of liked his character in Ballers. towards
ballers.
the
Yeah, that's when that's
but,
how I know him. Really,
Wait, how was Rob Patz though?
he's good.
Just
I
a
think
fucking
Rob
weirdo.
Arpats
Chuck had the best tweet where he looked like the guy in Team America.
Well,
What's
this
the
is-
hair?
No, but famously, this is Nolan putting himself or his own look in his movies. That's like R. Pattinson is like the hot young avatar for how Christopher Nolan like dresses and has his stupid fucking haircut. It's just Christopher Nolan just has a worse hairline, right? Like that's what it would look like if he was like young and a hot A-lister. But
Yeah, we all
anyway,
wanna look like Rob Patz, dude. Come
But
on.
okay, my
there's so
problem
many
with this,
Easter eggs. Aren't you going to watch it again to like catch some of the Easter eggs?
no. The issue with this movie is that like my intellectual stamina is so fucking stunted by like TikTok and drugs that I let alone anyone cannot keep up the fucking mental acumen required for 2.5 hours. I feel like the last time I was tasked with focusing for this long of a stretch of time was like when I took the SATs.
Yeah,
Like,
your brain is
I
a
need a
1 minute
fucking
man, bro.
break. And even the action scenes where I just want to veg out and like watch dudes fight and kill each other required like, whoa, that's a backwards guy. Oh, like, oh, that's a forwards guy. Like, is it?
The fight in the kitchen was sick. That was like very straightforward, and like when they don't know that John David Washington is basically like a CIA operative,
Yo,
so
so
he beats all those guys up.
Yeah, no, that
That
was
was
cool.
That
And
was
that was
sick. That was
forward
like
guy
John
versus
Wick type
forward
moment.
guy.
Yeah.
But then when it's
Should I
forward guy
not-
versus backwards guy, I was
No,
Chef,
no,
what are you
no.
saying? Chef, should you watch it?
Should I not pay the $20 to watch
Don't
this?
pay the
No,
$20.
it's
Like,
no,
Don't pay
it's
the
worth-
$20.
it's-
Watch
no, it's-
Wonder Woman on Christmas and the other movie that's coming out on Christmas.
I'm trying to watch Pixar's Soul on Christmas.
That's what's coming out on Christmas. That's
Yeah.
supposed to be fucking incredible.
I think it's worth. Chuck, would you say? I think it's worth $20. It's still Nolan. Like it's not so bad on a TV that like I'm like, oh damn, like I wish I had seen it in theaters. Like
That was going to be what I said, was that I think that like if you have a Samsung or above and you have like decent speakers, like and the lights are off and you're on your favorite drugs, like
Yeah.
you don't need the movie theaters.
That's
you don't need to,
and I hate that I'm
absolutely.
admitting this, but and this is something that I've mentioned before. I think James, when we've talked about this, is like I'll watch a $200 million budget like movie like the new James Bond. Like I'd rather kind of watch it at home.
Mhm.
Dude, I took a nap.
I'm not not even for that, but like I'm not bugging over that. And that's obviously like Nolan's whole thing is like, oh, I shoot it fucking this way with these scenes are in IMAX. You have to see this. Like, bro, like fucking trying to respect you as hard as I can, but like this shit slaps in my living room, dog.
Yeah.
And also, well, I will say also, final point as like a Nolan guy, this to me was for anyone, I guess, at home who's like trying to fucking make heads or tail of this thing, though I'm imagining everyone's going to see it eventually. It reminded me very much of like the super convoluted timeline that exists with Dunkirk, at least the way that like he set up that story, meets the world building and rule kind of, universe building, right, of Inception, and it's like combined and smashed together, and it is
Combined and
just a
smashed
lot.
together, but then multiplied by like 10 or 20.
Yeah.
Where it
They're
was
like-
almost like
yeah.
this was parody Nolan. Where
Yes,
he's like,
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
like the rules and the like half lines of dialogue that are like keys to unlocking the universe that blink and you miss them, and you can't even fucking hear what they're saying. Like it was just annoying because I felt like I was being challenged. I felt like I was being a fucking like the Riddler was like tossing riddles at me for 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
I just want to sometimes I just want a good action movie with pacing, stunts, good fights and murders. And I mean the other action movie franchise that's in the news right now is Mission Impossible, because our boy Tom Cruise went on a fucking rant of all rants, which you think was staged, Larry.
No, I just think it's like how convenient for Tom Cruise, like single-handedly saving Hollywood as some fucking golden god of the silver screen, where it's like, look at how safe I'm building, look at how safe I'm being on set. Like, don't worry about Hollywood. Like, get your ass back in the theater and like make sure that me, as someone who makes fucking profits off of ticket sales, like here I am yelling at some fucking blue collar gaffer, unfortunate fucking sad, pathetic motherfucker who's hoping the stimulus check hits. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this to me is I hate shit like this.
Really?
Yes.
I thought this was awesome. I think Tom Cruise is a fucking psychopath. I think the part where he's like,
yes.
I'm trying to save Hollywood, we're trying to save Hollywood, that was a bit like savior complexy. But it is like, I saw people on IG, Yimi Yayo was like, yeah, if there's a fucking gaffer or whatever that's on set that's anti-mask and refuses to like
Well, don't
observe
hire that
protocol.
guy. Can you ask
then-
that? Is that like can you ask that? Is that like you can't ask someone's
Well, I guess-
sexuality or religion? Can you ask if they're like, because that's the thing. Is it just protocol? So you lose your job. Either that's like a
Right,
not
and that's what
doing
Tom
your-
Cruise is saying. You break protocol, you
Yeah.
lose your fucking job. And like, as much as this guy sucks and is probably responsible for a lot of terrible things in the world, is probably a fucking libertarian that doesn't want to pay his taxes.
Right.
This kind of ruled, and as someone that is like never stepped to anyone who wasn't wearing a mask because I'm too pussy, too shook on confrontation. I don't know if you guys have. Have you ever gone up to someone not wearing a mask and be like, hey man, can you put your mask on, or like, can you cover
No,
your
I
nose?
I'm not into COVID shaming. Or
That's not COVID shaming though.
or,
I don't
or
think that's
narc-
COVID shaming.
I've been caught slipping. It's embarrassing.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
one
it's
time I
definitely-
saw the one
yeah.
time I saw it happen was on election day, where an election worker lady was like, "Hey, can you put your mask on? Take it off your chin and put it over your nose
Yeah,
and
and
mouth." And this woman goes, "Oh, fuck you with your COVID."
I've also been like eating places where it's like, yo, when we just ask that when the waiters come, put your mask back on when you're, dealing with like, putting your order in or whatever. And, the waiter would come and you forget and they'd like remind you, like, I'm fine with that. I just think that I don't know. To me, this thing, listen, we don't know the exact details. Like, how was that mask a little below that person's fucking nose?
No, it was two people that were standing within 6 feet of one another, watching
masks
footage
off?
on a computer. And I think that there are inspectors, especially in the UK, right? There are inspectors on set.
Where was this
or that
being
can-
filmed in the UK?
This is in the UK. There are people, or safety inspectors, health inspectors, whatever, that can like show up and like shut a project down if they see people violating COVID protocols.
Oh, shut down
So-
the whole production. Got it.
Yeah, and I guess there, somebody like this happened with Batman, right? And RPATs, like if somebody tests positive,
Right.
like it shuts down the whole thing
Yeah.
automatically. And I respect to Tom Cruise, where he's like, there are people that work in this industry, not the stars, the fucking crew, the sound guys, the gaffers, whatever, that are just trying to get a salary, trying to make a living, trying to put food on the fucking table.
Right.
And
So
if,
you
guess
shut
what?
down
If the
production,
project
yeah,
shuts down,
that's fair.
they're out of a paycheck. Like he's like, I'll be fine. The stars are gonna be fine. The shitty part was when he's like, I'm trying to save this shit. And I guess apparently he is like actually personally in charge of overseeing safety protocols
Why?
on mission.
Why?
Because he's a psychopath that's like, only I can do this. Only
He's
I can do my
Ethan
own
Hunt,
stunts.
dude. I guess for me, it's like I just knowing, like, no matter what the actual intentions might have been in the moment and all of the implications for the fucking working class that are on set, who you definitely feel for, God forbid, production shutdown, whatever. It's like there is no world where I can envision Tom Cruise not being a self-centered, holier-than-thou megalomaniac who clearly is using this as some type of bizarro, psychopathic PR stunt. And the fact that we're even talking about it is just proof positive that, like, his people are geniuses for reverse engineering this fucking
For sure. I mean,
beautiful press hit. Come on.
I cannot wait. The MI franchise, Mission Impossible franchise, fucking rocks. Ghost
Yes.
Protocol, Rogue Nation's fucking sick. And you know what? I hope Tom Cruise doesn't have to purge the entire set of COVID deniers, COVID violators, whatever. Kind of like our friends over at the Hub, Pornhub. They just had to fucking purge a whole gangbusters load of illegal porn or
Yes.
unverified porn.
Unverified, right? Like, because this is all like, it's alleged. Because Pornhub said they're going to review. I don't know how they're going to do. Imagine that's your job too. Like, yeah, I got it. I'll review every single unverified porn video.
No, she came.
but
That was
like-
real orgasm. She came.
Yeah, yeah. That's
yes,
verified.
yes, that is a big
It's a
black cock.
verified nut.
That is a
Yeah.
big black cock. All right, Pornhub came under scrutiny for, I guess, hosting a whatever. One is too many, but like a few dozen or a few hundred instances of child porn and child abuse on their platform.
Mhm.
It is a platform that before anyone could upload any video content to Pornhub, which is why you would see sometimes like awesome weird shit where it's like metal music videos,
Not child porn, to be clear.
not child porn.
Yeah.
Or like weird random
Full
shit.
movies. There's been
sometimes, like,
full
pop up.
movies. There's been
Yeah.
like a variety of, like, speaking of fucking viral PR stunts,
So
courtesy of Tom
their
Cruise.
temporary
Probably you
solve,
probably could watch fucking Mission Impossible on that.
you can watch Tenet on there. Their temporary solve is to banish all unverified content creators, content
Review it.
partners, from uploading any content. And as they figure out a way to kind of like cleanse their platform of child porn. Meanwhile, Visa and MasterCard, you can no longer cop a Pornhub premium or subscription with Visa or MasterCard. Thank God I got Asher with the Big Hog a Pornhub premium subscription with my Visa before this all went down.
Wait, what do you pay
And-
with now? Cryptocurrency?
Well, you can pay with credit card still, but they also now accept Bripto for their premium membership,
Wow.
which is
Huh.
like kind of a big deal. Them,
Yeah, I mean,
PayPal.
fucking Bitcoin hit. It's fucking Thursday. We're recording on the 17th. Bitcoin hit 23K. I mean, I guess if there ever was a time where it's like, yo, let's funnel some of that crypto into fucking Pornhub subscriptions, now would be the time. I guess my thing is like, I don't know. What is the argument here? Like whether this is like censorship, or if Pornhub is like doing what places like Facebook and Twitter and like other places like refuse to do, which is like part of the problem because there's more child porn on Facebook than Pornhub. Right?
Yeah. So I guess the macro thing is that it's like, this is like, porn is a very icky subject for like politicians, for,
Right.
you know, interest groups, whatever, especially in like fucking Puritan wedgie ass America.
Right.
But because like you have to, if you are to address porn, you have to address the fact that it's like the most popular thing on the internet. Like Pornhub gets more Google searches
Second
than
only to
coronavirus.
podcasts.
The word Pornhub gets more Google searches than coronavirus and Trump throughout all 2020.
As it should, obviously.
They get the amount of content uploaded to Pornhub every month is half the amount of Netflix, period. So it's just like this massive thing that it's been able to kind of fly under the radar and, you know, get behind regulations up until now.
But I guess amateur content creators fucked right now? Is that also a problem? Like
well, unless you're like unless you're like a Pornhub community member or some shit. But I guess the hypocrisy for me is that, like you said, the amount of child porn where it really thrives is Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, probably Snapchat.
No, I think Reddit is like they also employ a ton of censorship,
and Facebook and Twitter will be like, we're just the platform, like we can't control users.
Exactly. The agnostic shit, platform agnostic.
And then Pornhub has actually taken like steps to be like, yo, this is fucked. We can't afford to like, well, one, it's ethically horrible. Two, we can't afford to fucking get shut down. You know, if the magnifying glass is really on us. And yeah, I guess that's for me. It's just like, you know, porn is such an icky thing in
an important part of your
America.
Life.
Yeah, exactly. Especially now that I'm on lockdown.
Right. Well, that's why this is why we've been talking about it, because it's so pertinent to you. I mean, this is always going to be like the fucking trolley problem, right? Like, who's going to suffer here? Like, child porn is like obviously bad, but like we said, there's maybe dozens or a couple hundreds of video on Pornhub, but like there's thousands on other platforms that we should be focused on. Or you know, then now you have the issue of like, do we want to, like, you know, as a porn site, like what kind of rules of censorship do we want to have over the community? That's like another potential fallout. And then you obviously have the amateur creators that, like, for whatever reason, don't necessarily want to be like verified partners and probably like break off Pornhub some, like, you know, fucking big percentage or whatever it is. So there's always going to be someone who loses here. I'm just curious to see how it affects my beating off. I'll obviously let all of you guys know, but I think this is a tough one, and I don't know. Maybe they'll have it figured out by next year.
What's your jerk off strategy now that you're living with your parents?
Honestly,
he has his own room.
It hasn't. Yeah, I have my own room. It hasn't.
Have you accidentally like put the Bluetooth onto Alexa or something and like?
No, dude. What is super annoying though is that, like, I can't. My dad like made the entire house like smart. He like smart homed the whole thing, so like I can't even turn on the TV without like saying like, okay, like Google or Alexa or whatever, and it fucking sucks. So I am worried about like accidentally setting something off that I'm not supposed to, but like
okay, a lot of roads.
Sick.
But yeah, no real change. I've been texting Jonah Weiner this whole time. I think we're gonna try and meet up this weekend.
Sick, dude.
Oh, like during the podcast.
Yeah.
Chuck's been tweeting the whole time. So
yeah, I know. I saw both of you guys have been tweeting this whole time. I tried to come up with something funny to.
They're one taker. They're just with thoughts.
They're drafts. They're drafts.
So I'm the only person doing my goddamn job. All right.
I've been tweeting. I liked Chuck's tweet to let him know that I saw him tweeting.
Oh, got it. Like a little passive aggressive. I see you slacking off.
It was on subject.
Was it?
It was.
We're talking about Tenet. No, it's not even. It's just.
All right,
I'm sorry.
Chuck. You know what? I forgive you. This is a wholesome podcast. We're all just happy that we're here together. Let's take it from the positive vibes to some fucked up shit, though. I want to just, you know, unequivocally, I think, just state fuck Shia LaBeouf. The shit that came out with him and FK Twigs happened a week ago. By the time you're hearing this, so we weren't able to address it on last week's podcast. Yeah. We're addressing it now. Line in the sand. Fuck Shia. Fuck everything that he did. Everything that he stands for. Fuck anyone that you know, is accepting this behavior or like mimicking this behavior in any way, or being influenced with this abuser behavior. This shit was horrible. and I think I speak on behalf of, or maybe I speak on behalf of us. I don't know.
Yeah.
Once you can chime in. Fuck Shia LaBeouf. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, when people show you who they are, believe them. Absolutely unacceptable. Off Mount Rushmore, not someone who, in any type of sense, we want to champion to any degree whatsoever. So yeah, I think that I don't think anyone necessarily wanted to know like our thoughts on the matter, but I'm with James in that this is a dude that's been a part of the show since the beginning, someone who got a lot of shine. And yeah, we want to make it very clear that we are not here to empower anybody who acts like that, and nobody is above the law even remotely. And yeah, just wanted to throw down the gauntlet and be as clear as possible.
Suffice it to say, the source has been unplugged.
Who got his ass?